Hey folks, Pat here from DNS. This Madison area fishing report is current as of December 8th. Before we get started, I just wanted to correct something I misstated last week. I said that muskie season had closed. That's because for many years it had closed on November 30th, but apparently they changed that to December 31st in 2020. So my apologies for getting that wrong. Feel free to go out and fish muskies through the month of December if you like. And I want to thank the folks who straightened me out on that. So yeah, sorry about getting that wrong. Also wanted to remind people that if you want to hunt turkeys in the spring, your applications need to be in by Sunday, the 10th at 11:59. So you can come in the shop and we can help you with that, or it's easy enough to just do online yourself. So I just wanted to remind folks of that. Last night we had Noah Humfeld in for our second installment in our winter seminar series. You can see here we had a fantastic turnout. Here's a fun shot that Noah took of the crowd, and this is before everybody even got there. So we had standing room only. There were people lined up in the back, and real great turnout. Noah, of course, did a great job. He always does. And just wanted to thank everybody for coming out, and of course, thank Noah for another great presentation. And I wanted to also remind you that next Thursday we will have our final seminar in our seminar series, December 14th at 7 p.m. here at the shop. Pat Westberg is going to be coming in talking about plastics for panfish through the ice. So yeah, Pat's been fishing plastics since people started fishing plastics, and he's an absolute master at it. I know that plastics are one of those things that, kind of it takes a little bit of a leap to kind of break free from live bait, but if you are interested in that, this is your chance to learn from a master. We're going to have our big water tube set up, so he'll be showing like what different cadences look like, talking about colors, how these different plastics react under the water. So it should be a great presentation, and yeah, I encourage you to come out the 14th at 7 here at the shop. I guess, and one other thing, it is the holidays, and with no ice, I could use some traffic here at the shop. So if you're looking for holiday gifts, got some cool things here. If you're looking for simple, that's something that everybody can use. I got these great True brand knives for $30. Flip up knife, pretty cool. Fancy sunglasses. These are Kind eyewear. They're made out of bamboo, so they float. So they're a great idea. Polarized, of course, for anybody. If you got a fisherman in your life that could use sunglasses. These are a couple new things I picked up this year. I got the Angle lithium ion rechargeable aerator here. So these are real nice. I'm a big fan of rechargeable things instead of having to throw out batteries and all that. And also I have this clam rechargeable hand warmer. Is pretty slick. Not only is it a hand warmer, it can act as a power bank. So if you need to charge up your cell phone or something, you can hook that up to it too. So that's a pretty cool, handy thing. And as far as like classic just ice fishing stuff goes, who doesn't need more tip ups, right? So Beaver Dam, they've got their limited edition tip ups out. Got the Fire Tiger tip up here, that's very popular lately. Also have the Camo limited edition ones, and of course all your standard original Red Ruler, Jolly Roger, all the different ones they have out. If you want, we have hole covers. Always cover your ice holes, what we say here at the shop. So got that going. We have all kinds of custom stuff. Custom rods from Kevin and Fishboy rods. Got a great selection of custom ice jigs from Uncle Kurt's ice jigs. But we got all kinds of stuff. If you don't know much about what the person you're buying a gift for might need, we can ask you a few questions and likely point you in the right direction. And of course, shop merch. Get your favorite angler hat or sweatshirt, t-shirt from their favorite bait shop, or classic gift cards. We do all that stuff. So yeah, just wanted to do that plug quick. So thanks for putting up with the commercial there. Onto the report. So this week we had this warmer weather. While it may be welcomed by many people, it's definitely not good for making ice. There's still ice on Cherokee, but it is not safe. With the warm weather forecasted for the weekend, I think the best we can hope for is that the ice here can hold until we get some slightly cooler temperatures next week. However, the extended forecast honestly does not look great for making ice. So fingers crossed, I guess, on that, because I always got to be hopeful. The buoy on Lake Mendota is down. I want to thank somebody for pointing that out to me as well. Came back from the break, and I didn't notice that the last time it was updated was November 19th. So, and it said 48 degrees, and it said 48 degrees the last few weeks. So, thanks to, I can't remember who it was that told me about that. Lake Monona buoy that's down on Brittingham Bay, though, was reading is reading 37, little over 37 degrees there. So that's warmer than it was last week. So those temps are not headed in the right direction as far as making ice goes. As far as piers go, with this warmer weather, people are definitely still getting out in boats. I'm not exactly sure when the city is going to pull all their piers. I have heard that Olin Park down here on the south end of Monona has been pulled. Olbrich Park has one pier in. Warner Park, I know, as of last night, had the one pier in over here. Marshall might have one in. Actually, I know they did 2 days ago because I drove by there looking for ice and saw two guys standing out on the pier fishing. So there's a couple piers around. I don't know when the city's going to pull those. The county launches are all closed except for Babcock down here. They had a sign up last week, and their website said they were going to pull them on the 4th. But somebody just told me last night at Noah's speaking thing that the gates were still open and everything's still good to go there. So I guess maybe they're just leaving it open because we got this nice weather. But generally, as far as fishing goes, I mean, really, the long and short of it is without ice, there's not a lot to talk about. Shore anglers are still getting walleye up shallow, mostly at night, and I'm sure the muskie folks are still getting some action. I do hear about some good panfish action here and there, but that's really about it. Looks like rivers are running at or below their seasonal averages for this time of year, and I've been hearing about some decent walleye action at the dams up on all the rivers. Up here on Cherokee, like I said, I did see, I heard there was two guys out on Cherokee yesterday, which, just baffles me. I can't even believe it. I was out there on Saturday night, and, the ice would crack every other step you took, and there was 2 inches ice and probably 40 guys out there, but, it's been warm this week, and the ice is definitely not safe. So please don't go up there. It's just too risky, but it might cool down this week if that ice can hold on, and we might be able to lock it back up. 113 Bridge was froze over last week. I haven't heard anybody fishing down there yet, but it's open now, and there's likely some walleyes in there and definitely some pike. So that's a good option for anybody that wants to get out and wet a line this weekend. On Mendota, like I said, it's nowhere close to making ice, but I'm hearing about some action from shore anglers down here on the University shoreline in the Union area and down the shore there. The Tenney Park breakwall, of course, still getting some good action off the breakwall there, and the Warner Park breakwall has been seeing some good action. Of course, if you can launch a boat and get in a boat, anywhere shallow in the evenings has been great. So, I'd focus on that. Monona is kind of the same deal. Good walleye action from the Yahar River all the way down this kind of, I don't know what you call it, east shoreline, all the way down from the Yahara all the way down to the terrace, and then along John Nolan Drive. That bite is still going on pretty hot, mostly at night. I haven't heard anything out of the terrace. The bluegills and stuff have moved into Monona Bay, and I have heard about some shore anglers doing well in the Brittingham Park area. And then, of course, the triangles over here. I heard about a few crappies and, some walleyes that wander in and out of these locks here too. Or not locks, but trestles. Otherwise, nothing for ice on Monona. Down to Wabisa, same thing, no ice down there yet. And I haven't really heard much for reports. I guess Babcock's still open, so you can launch a boat down there still. But sounds like the panfish have moved into Upper Mud up here. Always a great ice fishing spot up there. So the panfish, I guess, are waiting for the ice. But if you can launch a boat, you could get up there and probably do well on some panfish. Kegonsa, same deal, no ice down there. I imagine there's probably some ice still at Viking County Park down here, but it can't be safe. I can't imagine it's safe. It's just, with 50 degrees yesterday and 55 today, and it's rain now tonight, they're saying, into Saturday. It's like, it's not going to be great. Other things I've heard about on Koshkonong, a little bit of action down at the Indian Ford Dam. I've heard about some walleyes being picked up at Black Hawk Island area and Lake Koshkonong up here, up to the 26th Bridge. Heard about walleyes and saugers being picked up at the Jefferson Dam up here. Let's see, Beaver Dam, they had ice earlier this week. I heard there was 3 inches out there, and they were doing good on walleye, so I doubt that ice is in very great shape. Devil's Lake is probably still open. You could go over there and cast for for brown trout that are, likely still cruising around the shallow water there. Otherwise, on the river, like I said, I don't hear about much action on the river itself, but all the dams are still on fire as far as walleye go, and walleye and sauger in there. Some folks having some great action. It sounds like mostly a numbers game, but yeah, still some fish to be caught. On Lake Wisconsin, I heard earlier this week that guys couldn't even launch a boat because it was capped over with ice, but I'm sure that's changed now with this warmer weather. It didn't sound like much ice. There was ice in the fingers over here, and folks were getting out fishing there, getting some bluegills, bonus perch here and there. But it sounded like they had to sort through fish to get some nice ones. Heard there was some ice up on the grade up here, but I don't know. Yeah, I doubt it's safe, and I heard they weren't catching much up there. I think there's a pier down here. What is it? Is it Sunset Bay? Is it anyway on Sunset Bay? That pier's been pulled from what I hear. So. Yeah, not sure if you can launch a boat up on Lake Wisconsin or not. The Dells, Noah Humfeld was up there yesterday and pounding some walleyes. Not a lot of size to the fish, but some good numbers stacked up there. Let's see, going upstream, I haven't heard much out of Castle Rock or Petenwell Lakes, but I'm sure both the dams there are also holding good fish. Over to the Mississippi River, not much happening as far as ice fishing goes. I don't hear anything about the backwaters down in here, but I have seen some reports online of some folks getting fish in the La Crosse area on some backwaters up there. But again, use caution at all these spots. Over to Milwaukee, the coho salmon run is done, but folks are getting fish in the harbors. Sounds like some brown trout and steelhead, in some of the harbors here in Milwaukee down to Racine. And all the tributaries in the rivers that come up here. So the Root River, Menominee, Milwaukee, Sauk Creek, all these up and down the East Coast should be holding brown trout and steelhead. The steelhead should hang out all winter. The brown trout will slowly move out as things cool down here. But if we get a little bit more rain, it should push some more fish up. And yeah, that's another option too. While we got this nice weather, get over there and enjoy some of that fishing. So. I guess that pretty much does it. I was going to do, a happy fly day, but I guess I sort of covered it on the with the Kurtz ice flies. These are fantastic for ice fishing, and we got some other ice fly options that I'll go over in the coming weeks until we get back to trout season, which, inland trout is closed right now, but the inland or catch and release season will open up on January 5th, which is just 29 days away. Not that I'm counting, but yeah, looking forward to that. I do think that's it for the report. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Feel free to call the shop, 241-4225, if you have any questions on stuff we've talked about here. And yeah, stop in, do some holiday shopping here. Thanks for tuning into the report. Good luck if you're a get out fishing. Post your comments and catches below, and we will talk to you next week. Thanks so much.